third 2017 inductee in the Creighton University Hall of Fame is Bret Simon. Creighton has been blessed to have three of the best soccer coaches in the country coach at Creighton University. Coach Bob Warming, who's here tonight, Bret Simon, and current coach Bolovich. Between the three of them, they have over 900 Division I wins, well over 1,000 wins total. Bret was the men's soccer coach at Creighton from 1995 to 2000. He has the highest overall winning percentage in Creighton soccer history. 77% of our matches were won. He won 83% of the league games, and in his career from 95 to 2000, Creighton appeared in 2 college cups, 1996 and 2000. In the year 2000, we played for the national championship in soccer, losing in a fierce battle to UConn. Bret coached 1997 Hermann Trophy winner Johnny Torres, and also coached future U.S. national team players Richard Mulrooney and Brian Mullen, in addition to current Creighton women's head soccer coach Ross Polly. Bret was preceded in the Creighton University Hall of Fame by his wife Pam, making Pam and Bret the only husband-wife Hall of Fame combination in Creighton history. 2017 men's soccer inductee, Bret Simon.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Ras. He doesn't often give you the chance to speak after him because he usually likes the last word. And I'm thankful for a number of things tonight, but one of them is the opportunity to be here to thank you properly. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to Tara, to Vernon, to our Reinhardt scholars, Lauren and Harrison, to the J-backers, all the J-backers, and when I was here, there were dozens of them. Now there are thousands of J-backers, and thank you for everything you do. And to all the student athletes here who are really the people that inspire us to do what we do. I want to say I'm so glad. By the way, I've spoken before when I'm the last person of the evening, and it's hard for all you student athletes back there. I know it's a long evening. So if you hear me mention someone like your coach, or someone you know, or someone you appreciate, if you want to cheer or give a shout out, please do. I'll appreciate it, and I know they will too. First of all, I'm so glad that this is being held here at the DJ Sokol Arena. It's a place that means so much to so many of our student athletes, none more than my wife and fellow Hall of Fame inductee, Pam. She was inducted in 1999 in a ceremony that was almost as nice as this one, at a location that was almost as beautiful as this, in front of a crowd that was almost as big as this one, Pam. Seriously, the DJ Sokol Arena has special significance for us, and particularly since Pam works in the field of pediatric oncology and specializes in working with adolescent and young adults, much like a special kid named DJ Sokol was when he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And this arena is doubly special since it's the home for a number of our teams, particularly for Blue Jay women's basketball, the team that Pam played for. So you see, this is more than a basketball court and some bleachers to us. When Pam was inducted, my advice was for her to keep her comments short, brief, and she got a cheer actually when she said she'd keep her comments brief, so I'll try to stick to the essential stuff. First, I want to let you know how I got here. Well, in a word, it was warming. Yes, that guy, Bob Warming, one of the best coaches of any sport in the country. But you all know that. I was a senior in college at the University of Massachusetts and saw a poster on a wall for a coaching course at the University of South Florida in Tampa. And there I met Bob. He was smart, he was funny, and he was a great teacher. And before I knew it, he talked me into doing an internship for him at Berry College in Rome, Georgia. He left eventually, which he's done a few times, landing in Omaha to restart the men's soccer program here. And I stayed for 13 years in Rome, Georgia. I was a coach, a teacher, and athletic administrator. And one afternoon I received a call from Bob, and he was looking for a phone number for a friend because he'd just been given the opportunity to add an assistant to his staff. While I was looking up the number, he said, "Hey, why don't you come out there to join me?" Now, at the time, I was a director of athletics at a college. I was teaching. I was a head coach of a successful college team. And if you know Bob, before I knew it, what happened was I had agreed to a pay cut and was driving cross-country with Bob in a U-Haul. I was studying the NCAA guide so I could hit the ground recruiting the first day we got to Omaha. And he'd done it again. I was in Omaha. And over the years, Bob has been my mentor, my friend, and whenever I've had a really big decision, personal or professional, I've either asked him for guidance or thought to myself, what would Bob do in that situation? It's had a profound positive impact on my life, and I could never thank him enough. But I'll try. Bob, I love you, and I'll always be grateful to you. It's a funny thing about life. There's so many blessings, so many people to be thankful for, and so often we don't get a chance to let people know how much we care about them. So there's some people I'm going to thank right now. And if there's somebody, again, if it's your coach or your friend, please give them a shout out. First of all, of course, my family, my parents, who encouraged me to come here, to try something new, to explore. My brother Kirk came out here, surprised me all the way flying across country to meet us at the airport. My brother Todd, my sisters Marissa and Jessica, I know I can always count on them, and I hope they know that they can always count on me. My Omaha family, a lot of them are here tonight, the Gradavilles and the Wheelers. That's how you do it right there. That's that shy group, Pam's family. They're great people, and they made me feel at home from the first time we met. And just as importantly, they bleed Creighton blue. In fact, Pam's father, Paul Doc Gradaville, played both basketball and baseball here at Creighton. And while attending dental school, he did a little freshman coaching. In fact, he coached an athlete, maybe you heard of him, Bob Gibson. I think he made it eventually in some sport. We had our Creighton family here. People like John Cernich, Mary Jean Wepfer, who's here, who really was a partner in our success. Bob and Bev Murray, Herm Wiest, and a cult known as the Moose Club. You guys aren't giving yourselves a shout out? And we had a lot of people you know right now. People like Steve Brace, Ben McNair, Lisa Chips, Patty Gallis, Kevin Sarver. You know, when they say that like a musical's run forever on Broadway, or when Hamilton will go on forever, has anybody been on the stage longer than Kevin Sarver? Father Robert Hart. Father Hart. He loved the players. He traveled with us everywhere, and they loved him back. And he had the most infectious giggle. He's a great man. And Dr. Lee Bevilacqua, our dear doc. He was our team physician who dispensed equal doses of comedy, wisdom, history, Werther's candy to recruits, and love to all. I sat with him at the Vanderbilt Hospital when in the middle of a soccer game, that man with the biggest heart of any I've ever known passed. And I still find it hard to believe that he's not in this room right now, the hug for every person, and the words, "You know I love you, son." Our Blue Jay coaching family. So many talented coaches that I was privileged to work with. Some who are a little long in the tooth. No, Gordo, I haven't gotten to you yet. And some who are just starting to make their mark. How lucky am I to have worked with Jim Flannery? Where's your team, Jim? Debbie Conry, Ed Service. There you go, baseball guys. Brent Vignes, Tom and Jean Lilly, and yes, Len Gordy. Not to mention people like Dana Altman and Connie Uri, and my own staff with Dana Taylor, Jim Pauley, who's here tonight, Matt Stimson, Yaros Avishlan, and now Blue Jay fans know we're in good hands with great leaders like Kristen Booth, Greg McDermott, and the incredible Ross Pauley. And of course, our men's soccer staff led by Elmar Bolovich, one of the best soccer coaches in the country, and his staff including Zach, Tim, and all-time greats, guys I got to coach, I had the privilege of coaching, Mike Gabb and Herman Award winner Johnny Torres. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the incredibly talented and eccentric group of players I was blessed to have coached in my 8 years at Creighton. And truth be told, soccer is a player's game. It's a player's sport, truly, and anything that was accomplished while I was here has a lot more to do with players than any of us coaches. So now you know a little bit about how I got here and the people who've impacted my life, with 4 notable exceptions. Of course, you know everything always circles back to Ras. Bruce Rasmussen is a dream AD for any coach. He was a fantastic coach. He coached Pam, and he treats his coaches and staff the way a coach treats a team. His example of effort, commitment, and enthusiasm for his staff and coaches is truly unmatched. And with me, he went above and beyond. I was at a women's basketball game at our old home, the Omaha Civic, seated alone about halfway up, when Ras walked up purposefully and stood next to me and yelled across the arena, "Pam Gradeville, get over here." Well, some tall lady, stood up with her head down and her face red, walked around the arena, up the stairs, looking absolutely miserable. When she got there, Ras said, "Bret, this is Pam. Pam, this is Bret. Pam, sit down." And then he walked away. So you know the rest of the story. We were married 2 years later by Father Hart at St. John's. 16 months after that, we welcomed Benjamin Kibrick Simon into the world, the single greatest moment in my life. Till that was equaled when we welcomed Jacob Riley Simon to join us 2 years later. Pam is my partner, my friend, my inspiration. Ben and Jake make me burst with pride every day. Together, they are the loves of my life, my favorite people, and we're as close as a family can be. So Ras, how do you thank someone who entrusts with you the best college soccer job in the country at this incredible university, surrounded by so many talented people, to coach this exceptional group of student athletes, and oh, by the way, introduces you to the love of your life, who brought these 2 remarkable young men into ours. Now you, Ras, and the Creighton community have the audacity to thank me through this honor. Believe me when I say the honor is truly mine. I am lucky, thankful, and truly blessed to be a Blue Jay. Thank you.